Make small tiny improvements or changes or tweak something every day of your life. Improve at least 1% of your life. Sweat the small stuff. Hi, welcome to Lessons of My Diary. Tertum Kunde here. So this lesson is driven by two authors, Jim Rohn and Stephen Bartlett. Jim Rohn talks about making small tiny changes into your lives when you try to pursue your goals or trying to pursue your dreams or your purpose. Then Stephen Bartlett talks about sweating the small stuff. What do they mean? One thing I've observed where we fail, or what they talk about in terms of failing to achieve our goals or our plans or our dreams or our purpose, is because we want to make very big changes in life that are easily identified and easily seen. So you want to come from $0 to $1 million just in a split of a spark of light. You want to make it from $0 to $1 million. But however, it's not easy that way. The more you try to push to come from $0 to $1 million, you should know that there's always a phase in between this. And the phase in between the 0 to $1 million has different small improvements, small tweaking, small lessons, small pain, or it may be different pain, different resistance, different stuff. For instance, most of us make New Year's goals and very ambitious goals, whereby you say, this year I need to build a house, this year I need to save this quite of money, this year I need to become more faithful with God, this year I need to start on this goal and attain this by the end of the year. But however, what makes it hard for us to achieve is we set these goals, but fail to understand that these goals that we set come with different things that need to be done in terms of sacrifices, in terms of work, in terms of knowledge. So what do they mean by do tiny improvements? It means that if you've set a goal of probably becoming healthier or losing weight, it's important to be small improvements in the beginning that will compound to the bigger goal. Rather than saying, I'm going to lose weight, and you put in so much energy in losing weight, and then you're burnt out by the end of the week, then you're like, this is so hard. What happens is, when people say that they want to lose maybe 5 kgs, they start with a lot of energy and a lot of zeal, whereby they are committed in the first week. They go to the gym, they hit it hard, they pay for membership, but after week 1, they are very, very exhausted about the process. They didn't know how hard the process would be, and then they jump out. That's how most gyms make money. It's through memberships. They sell you the membership goal, knowing that if there was no membership in gyms, most gyms, I think, would be not doing as well. The very successful gyms, most of their money is made through memberships. Because you pay for the membership but are not committed to do the work. And why is this? It's because when you set the goal, did not understand what the goal deserves of you. It deserves of you. It deserved sacrifice. It deserved you scheduling time for it. It deserves you scheduling some finances for it. It deserved you scheduling probably accountability people to help you with it. So you end up failing to achieve this goal. So what do they mean by sweat the small stuff or do tiny improvements? If you've set that goal, start with the small improvements of truly understanding or learning what it means to mean to lose 5 kilograms. Then don't drain yourself with a lot of workout, a lot of energy in the first week that you will burn out. Do the daily 1% improvement. It drives us to one lessons how people with addiction stop addiction. They do not stop just like that. They change slowly by slowly by slowly. And that's what I've learned. That the game of success is through the tiny, small, improving, learning processes that compound over time. Because once we push all in at a go, we get to burn out and hate the thing more. Then let's talk about sweating the small stuff. In life, there are different things that we need to do in life that we do not pay a lot of attention to, but they change a big or dramatic difference. One thing is when you've committed to making something work out, what are the tiny bits of that something that will help you attain it? Let's go back to the lesson of you've set up your goals to probably start a business. What do they mean by sweat the small stuff? It means if you want to start a business, start by putting a bit of sacrifice to understand what the business you want to start is about and how it operates. Rather than getting all the money that you have saved up and start the business without understanding the small stuff of how this works, how that works. People set up goals within the day that I want to improve my life. I want to stop snoozing the alarm button. Then they keep snoozing the alarm button or keep going through the same circumstances year in, year out. Yet, sweating the small stuff would mean getting enough rest or sleeping earlier, so that you're able to wake up in the morning and not drain within the day. So we need to understand the logics of how to make tiny improvements in our lives to achieve bigger goals and bigger dreams. For instance, what I'm doing, I've started podcasting, but it's not easy. Every single video that I make, I want to provide at least 1% improvement. Maybe through the edits, maybe through the information I'm giving you, maybe through the minutes that I'm providing, maybe through the getting feedback and responding to that feedback from you positively and learning from it. I'm not looking into becoming Mr. Beast today, but I'm looking to improve in myself daily and consistently. That's what I believe the 1% improvement is about. Every time you work on something or you set up a goal, please try to work on that 1% improvement or 1% time you give it or 1% energy you give it, because it's hard to come from this to that without the process in the middle. Thank you, Director Mkunde, with Lessons on My Diary.